Hey everybody, welcome to Engineer Trades, where we engineer your path to smarter trading. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on the latest market insights and trading strategies. Today we're going to be diving deep into 5 intriguing stocks: CCC Intelligent Solutions, Bloom Energy, Sunrun, Antero Resources, and Arhaus. We'll analyze the recent performance, key technical indicators, and potential breakout setups that could offer exciting trading opportunities. We'll look at the recent chart patterns, volume trends, and their key support and resistance levels, and this could be for intraday trading or swing trades. And we'll also see how they fared against the most recent chart activity. So grab your notepad and let's get into these charts. First start we're going to look at tonight is Bloom Energy. So they had a long-term symmetrical triangle forming, as well as a short-term ascending triangle coming to a point about the same time. I actually looked at this last week and it broke out, which is pretty exciting to see. But let's look at what it's done since. So if we can see, we went from about $12 to about $18 in the span of a couple of days, and then we broke back down to around $15.83, which happens to be the 61.8 retracement level. So for our setup last week, we were looking for a bull flag breakout. We didn't happen to get that, but we did happen to hold our 1566 to 1629 range, and we were looking for resistance to move up to the next level of 1759. So let's see what happened. Okay, so today we definitely held the 1566 to 1629 range. We did not test, we did get close, but we did not test the 1759 range. There were no big hammers other than the 30-minute run-up, which happens in many stocks, so be aware of that. But I think we're still at a good point for entry here. We really haven't retested our next high 38.2 level, the 38.2 percentage level. So it's a good position to add. Just be aware of your stop losses. Our next stock we were looking at was CCC Solutions, Intelligent Solutions. We were looking for a bearish ascending triangle to break out to the bottom. We were also looking at an interesting double bottom formation happening with kind of turning into a cup and handle. So let's see what happened. So we did not in fact break down in our descending triangle. We actually broke above our neckline and are still holding that. So Tuesday we're still holding above that double bottom neckline. We tested the 61.8% retracement point at $11.98. We did not hold it though. We kind of held the 50%, but we definitely held the 38 too. So I would watch this consolidation range from 1183 to 1198. Kind of slowly add there, and just be aware of your support next at 1158 if we do fall below. Next above, we're looking for a resistance at 1222, and from there it'd be on upward. So last week we were looking at Sunrun as well, and Sunrun had created a double bottom with a neckline former at $13, and looking at a potential upward breakout. I was looking at a consolidation phase from the $13 to $13.50 range, forming kind of a bull flag with resistance levels next being at 13 and then 1508 and 1750. If the consolidation holds and then we break above 1750, I definitely expect a significant move higher. So this is our chart from this past week and including today's data. So we can see we held the double bottom neckline around 1287. I would expect the consolidation to continue forming between 1313 and 1359. We printed a small hammer for the last 4 hours from today, very low volume. I would expect something like this to maybe push forward, maybe over 1359 tomorrow, which is something to look forward to. Here's the 5-minute chart. I just want to show you all how the breakout in the early morning stages and then just kind of slowly petered off towards the end of the day. Nothing too concerning, pretty low volume, picked up towards the end of the day. Certainly a time to kind of add small positions and just kind of watch your stop losses. So here's Arhaus. We were looking at a somewhat long-term resistance line around 1412 to break through. But we did break through, ended up forming a bear flag. I've kind of got that shown here. We'll get into that here in just a second. Kind of a long-term channel going up, kind of breaking it and coming back through it, and now kind of bouncing back off the trend line again. So here's that bull flag breakout in detail. You can kind of see we had consolidated for a couple days, and then now it went sideways, and now we're finally breaking out. On our retracement levels, we're hitting around 1751. I would expect us to break through that with resistance next at 1794, with our next stop on the retracement at 1934. It's definitely something to look out for, especially if it holds at 1751 range. So on Antero, we were looking for a breakout of this descending wedge here. So let's see what happened. So we're tracing back up our high to our bottom of our descending wedge. We can see that we broke all the way through our retracement levels, and we are now in blue sky territory on to the next stop, which will be at 35.33. And lastly, just to give you guys an idea of where we expect to go or where this could go, 3-year highs on the weekly around 48.80. You can kind of see these two ascending triangles here drawn. We just broke out of one. We are actually forming another with resistance levels all the way back to the end of 2022. but it does have historic. There's precedent there. So definitely looking for some consolidation around the 3468 range. And once we get past these levels at 3468 range and over them, maybe expect breakout on up to the next level between here and 48. I hope you've enjoyed these analysis. I'm working on my trade every day, so like and subscribe. I hope to be doing this every week, a little bit more often. Appreciate your support. Thanks.